He wouldn't say our names until we helped him find his own. When we adopted our son, he was 7 and impossibly polite. Always smiling, always trying to help, folding napkins at dinner, feeding the dog, thanking us for every little thing. On paper, he was perfect. But there was one thing that made my wife and me uneasy. He never said our names. Not once. Not mom. Not dad. Not even a Mr. or Mrs. Just silence where a name should have been. He'd tap our shoulders if he needed something, or softly say, hey. At first, we thought it was nerves, or maybe he just needed time to feel safe. We'd fostered before. We knew kids adjust on their own timeline. But months passed, and still nothing. He'd say everyone else's name, his teacher, his classmates, even the mailman, but not ours. Then school started getting strange too. His teacher asked for a conference one Friday. I figured maybe it was about math or behavior. Instead, she said, he doesn't answer during roll call. What do you mean? My wife asked. When I call his name, he just stares at his desk. I have to tap his shoulder every morning. When I asked why, he said it's not his real name. We drove home in silence. That night, we made hot chocolate and sat him down at the kitchen table. I tried to keep my voice calm. Hey buddy, I said, your teacher said something about your name. What did you mean it's not real? He looked at both of us for a long time before whispering, it's just what the lady called me, the one who gave me away. My wife reached for my hand under the table. I didn't breathe. Then, bit by bit, the truth came out. He'd been in 3 homes before us. 3 different families, 3 different names. The first family called him Aaron. The second didn't like that, so they changed it to Luke. The third changed it again. By the time he came to us, he'd had 4 names in 7 years. If I answer, he said quietly, I disappear. That's what happened. You forget who you were. I don't think I've ever felt heartbreak like that. The way he said disappear, like he believed it literally. Like every name someone gave him took a little piece away until nothing was left. My wife's eyes filled, but she didn't let them spill. She just reached over and rubbed his back. For weeks after that, we didn't push him. We let him call us however he wanted, or not at all. He started loosening up again, playing outside, talking to the neighbors' kids, but we could see it. He was still holding something back. My wife, being who she is, decided to dig. She started calling the agency, old caseworkers, hospitals, anyone who might still have paperwork from before he entered the system. Most records were sealed or lost. But then one afternoon, she came home holding a thin, worn envelope. Inside was a copy of his birth certificate. At the top, in faded ink, was his original name, the one he'd been given before the world tried to rewrite him. We didn't tell him right away. We wanted to make sure he wanted to know. So one night at dinner, I asked, if you could have your first name back, the one from when you were born, would you want it? He didn't answer, just stared at his plate, quiet as a shadow. My wife changed the subject, and we let it drop. A week later, I came home from work, and he ran up to me with a piece of paper. I made this at school, he said. It was a crayon drawing of our family. Me, my wife, him, and our old dog, Max. Underneath the stick figures, he'd written in big, uneven letters, Mom, Dad, and Dorian. That was the name, his real name. My wife started crying the second she saw it. Ugly, happy tears that made her laugh and sob at the same time. I knelt down beside him and asked softly, is that what you want us to call you? He nodded. Then he looked up at us and said something that hit me straight in the chest. Can I call you Mom and Dad now? My wife choked out, you always could, sweetheart. He shook his head. I know, but I didn't have my name yet. It didn't feel real. It's been 2 years since that day. Dorian is 9 now. He answers proudly to his name at school, at home, everywhere. He signs it on his art projects, his birthday card, his soccer trophies. He wears it like armor, like something he finally got to keep. He calls us Mom and Dad every single day, and every single time, I still feel it. How a name can be more than just a word. It can be a whole person finding their way back home.